Earlier today it was raining like crazy. Now the sun's come out and it's turned into kind of a nice day. So I wanted to make this video, and I'm going to get it on my channel so my YouTube friend Tom from Canada can I hope it's okay if I take the liberty to say YouTube friend. Anyway, could take a look at it, and I'm going to say some of the things that I think are going on and get his advice through hopefully the comments to this video. So, Tom, as it happens, so my horns were not working, so I decided to take them off and clean them up, and I painted them and stuff. And then I did a continuity check with my multimeter here, and so from what I learned, once it's set on ohms, if there's continuity, it should drop to 0. So I can't see what the camera's showing or not, but anyway. So I put one of the probes. I put where it clips into the electronics there, and then the other probe I touched to where it's supposed to ground, and it stayed at 1. There's a ground wire here, so I touched to that and it stayed at 1. I touched to the actual metal that's on the horn, and it went to 0. Also, I saw this ground wire down here by the radiator, and I thought, well, that's got to be ground, so I touched to there, and it stayed at 1. So I don't think I have any ground up here, so that's one issue. Also, I put in the other horn as well down there. While I was driving yesterday, whenever I would step on the gas, the horn would start beeping. So I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, so I have some work to do there. Then underneath the car, here at the driver's side headlight, I found this switch here, and there's a button on it that looks like if something opens, it pushes on the button, and when it closes, it releases, I think. Oh, I poked my thumb with a splinter, so it's bleeding pretty good. Anyway, this is just dangling here, so I have no idea what that's for. Oh, one more thing about the horns. Up here with the horns, while I was looking for ground, I found this plug that wasn't going anywhere, and it had 2 wires to it. And so I tested it for continuity, and it dropped to 0. So I think the ground here is fine, and I'm thinking I'll just make a wire that clips into here, and then just put one of these roundy ends on it and put it on top of that one, and then maybe run that a wire down to the one by the radiator to create ground there too. Anyway, so that's one idea that I'd like your advice on. Now for under the car. So when I bought it, I was told that it had a couple leaks, and so this is just water dripping off, but this is transmission fluid, and this is transmission fluid. So that's the inlet tube for the transmission fluid cooler. So I'm not sure. It looks a little dinged up, so I want to take this off, and I don't know if I can bend it back into shape or just get a new one. I feel like it's coming from here, but I also don't really trust this tube either, so I might replace the tube and that. And then I saw also that this one has transmission fluid running down it, so I think where the hose hooks up to the tube is probably bad. So I think I'll replace that hose. But I think the tube's okay. I don't know where it goes. Oh yeah, okay, so it just runs to the transmission. So I think this transmission fluid's flowing down here and then just running down here and then dripping off here. And so any other drips that I have, I think, are coming from there. Okay, so that should, oh, yeah, because it hits this lower control arm and creates a drip there. That's that transmission issue. For power steering, I guess I have a power steering leak, and I don't know if this should swivel like that or not. So it has a bit of play in it, and I'm not sure if that's supposed to happen or not. That might be where my my power steering leak comes from. This whole bottom area was completely slimy and gross. So I've cleaned it off quite a bit so that I could see things, but you can see it's still really bad. But anyway, so that's that. And one last thing. So this cover here, hold on just a second. This cover here would have a drip coming out of it, so I took it off and checked around it and found nothing that I could see was happening here. But you can see right here at this part, there's a drip right here at this edge, and it's transmission. It's nice and pink. So I checked all around the pan to see if it might need a new gasket. And I don't see anything there, but then I saw some videos where people were replacing the sealer for this gear selector in the transmission, and so I think it might be that seal, and I think it's dripping onto this shift link here, and then I think it's also dripping on the pan and then running down and coming off over here, but I don't know. Anyway, so those are the things I kind of want to get your take on, see what you think. I don't know if I should also, find grounds like this and disconnect them and clean them up and then reconnect them. I did that with the battery strap in the back. I also thought maybe I should buy some grounding straps and just run them here, there, and everywhere. But, yeah. So, also, just yesterday when I had it running, this headlight would come up when, this is the driver's side, when I turned on the lights, it would pop up. The passenger side would go up maybe an inch, 3/4 of an inch, and then just stop. So, I don't know. I guess I'll have to do some back. I'm going to check out your headlight video again and probably run through that when you did the actuator and did a new boot on it. So I think I'll look into that. Anyway, so those were the things that I wanted to get your thoughts on. Oh, clearly this is not right. This bushing here is all tore up. That can't be the right thing to have, right? Okay, I'll post this and wait to hear from you. Thank you.